There it goes up to this far, and in the next case we need to define all those background image property which we are about to use right over here. So in the first case, the background image, it will be URL. This is the first case. We'll be copying them, we'll be pasting them twice, and we'll be changing all those class names right over here. So in the next case, we'll be using this 4.jpg, and in the next case, we'll be using this foxbig.png. So there it goes. Now in the first place, we're heading back and we are reloading, and we can see that it practically works. So we are practically able to insert a div element instead of an image element into our carousel slider in the first place. There it goes. Now the next thing comes is all about the customization. So we need to make some additional changes right over here. Let's head back, and first of all, let's complete all those things that we have started. So the background for say repeat, no repeat, and the background position, it will be into the central position. Now we are almost done, but there's something that we need to do. First of all, let's head back to our project and reload, and we can see that the code actually works. We are able to view our images in the exact same manner as if we wish to do, and we can see that this height mismatch thing that we had to face in our previous cases when we were using an image element into our carousel slider, so the height mismatch is now nullified. Everything comes right into its order. Another thing, if we put some padding property here, in the first place we'll be using a padding of for say 1 rem. There it goes. And as we are using a padding property, so we will be using this box sizing property here. So we'll be assigning this border box value to this box sizing. Reload. Here it goes. Let's see. Here it goes. Press Ctrl Shift M, and this is the responsive preview so far as we can see right over here. So we had made another mistake right over here. We had placed this width, we had set this width to 100 and nothing, we had used nothing. Press Ctrl S, reload. There it goes. Let's make some further amendments. 92 VH. And on a second thought, we may nullify this height attribute from here. We were practically restricting our slider class name into a definite height of 90 or 92 VH. So this is the first thing that we need to check. We need to nullify any kind of height attribute from the parent element. So that is why we had removed this height attribute from this slider element right over here. Now if we make usage of something else, like if we make usage of this background blend mode, there it goes, and if we use this screen property, let's head back and reload. We won't be seeing any kind of changes right over here. We may make usage of something else like linear gradient. Now see what is happening here. We are practically using two images for any kind of div element right over here. So in the first place, in the first case, we may make usage of a red color. This is the first color stop, and in the next color stop we may use this black color. So this is the first thing. In this similar way, we will be copying this thing from here and we will be pasting it right over here. and the same exact thing should be gone here. Press Ctrl S, head back to your project and reload. And now we can see that a fine overlaying background property is now blending with the original image that we had used into our project. So here comes another advantage of using this div element right over here. We are practically able to use any kind of background blending mode into our project, and we may create this kind of stunning effects on the images, those we are about to use inside our carousel. We may make further modification to it, or we may keep it up to this far and see the results, and we can see that this will be the obvious result. Everything is absolutely fine. Instead of this screen, if we now use here multiply, there it goes, press Ctrl S, head back and reload. So this will be the result. So instead of multiply, I guess the previous effect was best. It is good to fit into a screen blending mode. So the background blend mode should be set to screen, and we are using here two images. The first one is a linear gradient, which we may set anytime into our project, and the second one is the original image that we were practically about to use into our project. So both of them should be kept right over here, and now if we head back to our project and reload, we can see that we are practically able to make usage of our background blend mode on our images to create this stunning effect into the carousel slider that we are using into our project. Let's head back to the mobile responsive preview, and we can see that this will be the obvious result. So everything goes fine. So this is it up to this far. See you soon. Thanks for staying. Feel free to visit us again.